Now that I've created my file and I have named it spacer, we're going to begin drawing this part here. So looking at the plans, I can see that my spacer is 25 millimeters wide and I have a 37 millimeter long single side. So I'm going to first come up here and press Start 2D Sketch, and up pops the series of planes. Now, whenever we start drawing a part, we always want to make sure that we select the same plane every time. And what that will do is that will help us in the future when we have to start assembling our pieces. So I am always going to select the XZ plane. And I know it's the XZ plane because just down here I can see in a slightly darker shade of green the text XZ plane. So when I select it, the program automatically rotates and I'm looking down on that plane. Now I'm going to start drawing my spacer. So I'm going to select my rectangle tool. And I'm always going to come to the origin point. And I know it's the origin because when I hover over, I have the X and the Y both at 0 millimeters. Using my mouse, I'm going to left click and I'm going to move my mouse out. Now I'm not holding down the mouse, I've just clicked once, I've moved my mouse. Now we can see two boxes with dimensions in them. The box that has 8.753 at the moment and is highlighted blue is the box that I can now type in. To switch to the other box on my keyboard, I can press Tab and I can go back to and from those. So since I'm doing the spacer, my dimensions are 37 millimeters. So I'm going to press 37. And because we started our drawing in metric, I don't have to put millimeters after it. I can go to the keyboard, press Tab. Well, what's happened? Now, because I'm zoomed in, the computer has gone, whoa, my part goes off my page. So using the scroll wheel on my mouse, I can zoom in and out. I've zoomed out. Now I'm going to do my width. So my width is going to be 25. When I'm happy with what I've got in my two boxes, I can select Enter. Now, what happens if I've accidentally put the wrong dimension in? So to edit this dimension on using my mouse, I can double click the dimension and I can type it in. So if this needed to be 30, I can type 30 in and press Enter. But it's 25. Okay. So there we go. Now, I need to draw this line going down our spacer. Now, when I look at my plans, I can see on the drawing just for the spacer, there's no angle, there's no dimension to tell me how far up I need to come. So I need to look further afield on my plans, okay? If I come down here on the cutting layout, we can see that the spacer has the same angle as the blade. So I'm going to come over to my part that says blade, and I'm going to have a look in a bit more detail. And when we come up towards the end of the blade, we see that it's a 45-degree angle. And on the cutout layout here, we see that the angles are parallel. So based on that information, I know that this is 45 degrees. So when I come back to my part, I'm going to come up, I'm going to select my line tool, and I'm going to bring it over here. Now I've left clicked in that corner, and I know it's the corner because when I went to click, it was a green dot. So I'm going to come over, I'm going to bring my line over, okay? Now, I need to have this as 45 degrees. So if I come down here, in order to get 45 degrees, I need to do a little bit of math. Oops. I need to do a little bit of math. So since this is 90 degrees already, I need to add 45 to 90. That will get me 135. So if I want this exact, I can use my tab key again, and I can type in 135, and I can hit enter. Okay. Now I can just continue that line along. There we go. So this line here, all the way across, now is the correct dimension. I want to get rid of this line and this line here. So I'm going to come up and I'm going to use my trim tool, pair of scissors. I can trim that. Oops. Trim that and trim that. Okay. Alrighty. Now, we need to put the hole in. So, I'm going to use my line tool. Now my piece is 25 millimeters wide. I'm going to draw a line coming up from the center, 15 millimeters. So 15, enter. Now that's okay, we can delete this line later, but this needs to be a diameter of 6. How do I know it's a diameter of 6? Because here on my plans, there's a little circle with a line, that means diameter, and it's got 6. So I can come to my circle tool now, select my circle tool, come to the end of that line that I've drawn, and I'm going to type 6. Fantastic. I now have all the features on my drawing. Okay, I can press Finish Sketch. Now, assuming that we've drawn everything correctly, I can now extrude this. So this is a flat drawing like on a piece of paper. When I select Extrude, I am then going to select this part here in the middle. Now, when I select it, you can see it pops up as three-dimensional already, but I need to know how thick our material is going to be. Okay. So to find the thickness of our material, we need to come back and we need to have a look at our plans. Okay. Now, looking at all of our drawings, I don't see any dimensions indicating the thickness of our material. But when I come to the cutting layout, I can see here, I'm given how long the total piece of material is meant to be, plus how thick it is and how wide it is. So 3 millimeters. So I'm going to change that 10 millimeters to 3 millimeters. It will change automatically. And when I'm finished, I select OK. Now, that is our part all completed. Very important, File, Save As, and because it's a spacer, I'm going to replace the file. If that doesn't work, you can hit the little save button up here. Okay, and that is the spacer all drawn up.